Let the show begin.
We moved to Boyle Heights when I was about 18 months old. So I graduated from Hollenbeck Junior High in 1949, went on to Roosevelt, and would have graduated in 1952 from Roosevelt. I went in the Navy in the beginning of the 12th grade. I think the best way to describe it is the basketball team that I played on at Roosevelt. There was a guy named Mickey Novikov, who was a Russian, Ray Harris, who was African-American, Kinji Koro, who was Japanese, myself, Jewish, and Jose Herrera, who was Mexican. That was the first team. And that was pretty much what the neighborhood was, and not separated. I mean, those cultures mingled all the time, especially at the schools. And you got a little bit of taste of, you know, I'll trade you your tuna sandwich for a burrito. When you're in a meeting, like a business meeting, and people start talking about their backgrounds, and somebody said, I went to Beverly Hills High School, or I went to so-and-so high school, and they say, where did you go to high school? And I say, Roosevelt, and there's a quiet all of a sudden, and it's a different kind of respect that you get. I guess it was like in 1957 or 58, through a girlfriend, a girl that I was going with. I met her girlfriend's, what would become her husband, Herb Alpert, the Tijuana brass and trumpet player. And the highlights of being able to work with some of the most special people that have ever been in the entertainment business. The first person was Sam Cooke, who I worked with, who was both a brilliant writer and one of the great singers of our time. And I learned a lot from Sam. He taught me how to communicate to musicians. He was a really good friend. Carole King, who's one of the great writers, pop writers of all time. John Phillips of the Mamas and Papas. I did their records, and he was mostly writers. You know, I got a thrill out of hearing a new song and being able to take that song and turn it into a record. I won one for Best Album of the Year, which was Tapestry, a Carole King album, and I won one for a single, It's Too Late.
Something inside has died and I can't hide and I just can't fake it. Oh, no. It used to be so easy.
One for Best Comedy Album, one of Cheech and Chong's comedy albums. I first saw Tommy and Cheech at a hootenanny at the Troubadour. It was a Monday night, and people that weren't signed to labels and unsigned talent were performing. That particular routine that they do of the lowrider, they had been doing for a long time.
I'm just a love machine, and I don't work for nobody but you. I'm just a love machine, and I don't work for nobody but you. Well, when my temperature rise, and then I go for her thighs, and then I say guacamole in my juice, guacamole in my juice. Hijo de la chingada! Is that a joint, man? That goddamn looks like a quarter pounder, man. Led Zeppelin.
Well, I certainly want to thank them for not only for the honor, but actually the fact that getting me to do it, because I'm going to be, it's another one of those memories that I'm going to really treasure. Actually, my first instinct was, I wish my mom had been alive. And I'm very proud of the fact that I went to Roosevelt, and as far as I'm concerned, that's the only high school that I went to. I mean, Roosevelt is where my memories are, and a good portion, or at least the table that I'm sitting at in this audience, is some of my dearest and closest friends that have remained that since I grew up.